Welcome and thank you for joining me for today's spread. We're doing a quick little spread in which I wanted to incorporate some mail I received. It was a card and some beautiful stamps that I wanted to add here because this is special to me. The card itself is not one I would usually put in my vintage junk journal, but because of who it's from and what it is, I wanted to include it without having that picture visible. So these are some of the stamps that I received with the card, and this is from an uncle of mine, a distant uncle who lives in Germany. He's over 80 years old, and I met him for the first time at my dad's funeral, and I knew of him, but I never knew him personally, and through the funeral we came into contact, and since then we've been exchanging emails. But and by the way, sorry, these are printable doilies from Johanna Clough's Etsy store. I will link that below. I just print them in various sizes so that I could make them fit to whatever I was doing, and I wanted to use one here. So this uncle, so he and I had been writing emails to each other, but the thing is that he's been having a lot of problems with his computer, and so we haven't really been able to write back and forth like we wanted to. And in one of my last emails to him, I asked him, well, don't you want to switch to like snail mail, because you're having so many problems and I don't want it to be so frustrating for you. And I also asked him in that email whether he collects stamps, because he voluntarily brings the mail to everyone in his small town by bicycle. So he's over 80 years old, but he's really fit, and it just amazes me. And so I thought maybe he has some stamps still, since he has this connection to the post office and mail. And he said, yeah, he could send me some samples. And so he sent me a whole bunch, some of which were these light towers that you saw. And I wanted to include some of them and his card. And so I wanted to include the card without covering the front, but also to make the front not visible. But so that I could look at it if I wanted to. So what I'm doing here is so I made this front, which is going to be, for me, the front of the card, which is what you'll see in the magazine, oh my gosh, the junk journal. And you see on the back, I also have another doily image. And here I'm taking out my washi, my fabric washi that I had bought from Amity Bloom a while ago. In the meantime, she has I think three newer kits available in her shop, and I love her fabric washi because they are so adorable. Like, the fabric she chooses is amazing, and they're so versatile. I really love them. And so I wanted to attach those like a hinge to the card so that it wouldn't cover up the card, but so it would be attached. And actually, I will link down to her video where she does something very similar in her own journal. So you can have a look at that. And yeah, I just wanted to add that this uncle of mine is so cute, because he usually doesn't write emails. He usually doesn't use his computer at all. So every couple of weeks he would turn on the computer just to check if there's an email from me. And that just, I don't know, it's just so sweet, and I can just imagine him struggling with his computer. And yeah, so I think we're switching to snail mail now, so I have to reply to his lovely card. And yeah, I think this is the better way to go. So you see, but the way I've put it in now, just have to put it a little farther out so that I can actually still close the book. So I thought this way would work quite well because I still have a nice front that is a vintage style, but I can still open the card all the way. And then on the left side, on this little page, which is actually a pocket, I wanted to include some of these light towers. Those are all in different places in Germany. But I didn't want to keep that bag as a background, so I added some of my washi, and I will link these two washis below as well. They're of course from AliExpress. So I just wanted something quick that I could use as a background for those stamps. I really am liking these wide washis, although they are challenging to use because I can never seem to get like a whole piece, the whole width of it out in one go, but it's okay. Oh yeah, and here I wanted to show you, this is one washi I had just received. It's a Da Vinci washi, and I was so looking forward to this, and look at what's happening. It is totally torn and it's completely unusable. Like what is that? I don't know what is happening with this washi. I've never had a washi do this. Like the whole layer peeled off. Yeah, I'm showing thumbs down. So I gave them a really bad rating. It's also AliExpress, and I said that I want a replacement because this is completely useless. And I've sent them photos, but so far I haven't heard from them. So we'll see. I mean, I think it was €2 and something, so it's not the end of the world. But still, I mean, if I buy something, I do expect it to work. So yeah, so here I'm just adding some of these light towers, and I think I'm putting 5 in total. And I'm not really doing much. I'm kind of just fanning them out like this, just trying, I think, one other layout, but this is what I end up sticking to. Yeah, I didn't really like it. I don't know, I always like things to be either vertical or horizontal. I don't usually go for any slanted images. I don't know why that is. So just gluing everything down, and then what I wanted to do on the inside, like underneath that card, on the other doily that's in the background, I wanted to journal a little bit about my relationship with this uncle and how I feel more connected to my father because of him, because he knew my father very well. And yeah, it just kind of makes me feel close to my dad, being in contact with him, which is really nice. Yep, and I'm journaling in German actually, which is the first time ever. I don't know why, it just felt right because I correspond with him in German. So I thought that was appropriate. So yeah, that's the spread, very quick and easy. Hope it gave you some ideas though for your own journals. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.